Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are at. Yes, and please let us know, where are you at? Where are you from? We would love to know where you're watching this from. We are from Dallas, Texas. So again, welcome to the Savanh Family Show. And, energy, right? Today's a brand new topic that we're going to be discussing. And the title is, feelings. Handle them before they handle you. Wow, that's powerful, right? So energy is really emotion, and emotion is energy in motion. So let's really find out why that is so important, that is so vital to understand so that you can live life at the next level. So the big question is this: how do married couples like us who have busy schedules, run high-performing businesses, face challenges daily, raise multiple children,
and yet still remain in love, passionate, and happy like when we first dated?
That is the question, and this show will give you the answers.
Welcome to the Savanh Family Show.
Master your relationship, your life, and your business now. Yes, as if this is your first time watching us, we just wanted to again welcome you. My name is C. Savanh, and this is my beautiful wife, my angel, my queen, my amazing business partner, Phyllis Savanh.
Hi, good morning. How's everyone doing?
Good morning. And yes, Saturday, so we are super excited. Hopefully you got your coffee and ready to go, got a pen and paper or your tablet ready to take some notes, because we really strive to over-deliver every single time we come on here with you, whether it's live or we take we do a video and upload it. So there is if you have not watched our channel before or our videos, there's a ton of content that we're uploading, videos we're uploading, so you can see the previous ones as well as any future videos that we have. I think we are looking to, our goal is to upload like 200, almost 300 videos this year alone by the end of this year. So pretty amazing. We love doing this. Why? Because we just want to over-deliver and add value and impact your life as much as possible. And then below there are some links to additional training if you want to know, learn more from us, as well as if you want to know more about us. There's links how you can actually do that. Okay, so today's title is feelings, right? Feelings, either you handle them, you have to handle them before they handle you. That's really how it is, right? When in terms of feelings, and energy really is creates feelings. Yep. And it's so important for us to understand, that energy is, really the driving force really of our life, because from there, energy creates emotions. It creates how you feel, and then feelings stimulate emotions, and really emotions then determine what you do. So there's two emotions, right? There's positive emotions, and then there's obviously negative emotions that really impact your life, and they both have equally, they equally can impact your life. It's just deciding which emotion you're going to stay at, right? And how to control all that.
And also at the same time, are you receiving energy, or are you draining your energy, or are you receiving energy? Whenever you're doing something, does that make you feel better, or is it make you like, I just really don't want to do this?
Yes.
So so that's what we're going to be talking about today, because again, this is very important. I've been living for 30-some years of my life, and almost 40 now, and then I realized, wow, actually there's this thing called energy. I never really knew that.
Yes. So when you talk about energy, right? Energy is emotion. And what does that really mean? Emotion is energy in motion.
Yes.
Right? So you're looking, wait, energy is emotion. Emotion is energy in motion. Yeah, just think about it. If you have low energy, it creates emotions. And then whatever emotions you have, you bring it outwards. That's energy in motion. Does that make sense? So if you have you have low energy, you're going to have negative emotions. That's what's going to be in motion, right? So same thing. If you have high energy, then it creates awesome emotions, right? And that is emotion in, energy in motion. So you're going to display a totally different look, right? Totally different outward towards everybody, your employees, if you have employees, or your coworkers, or your significant other, your children, or anybody that you love, or friends. It will come out differently, right? So that's why it's in motion.
So technically, whenever you have low energy, what do you usually do? Type it out. When you're upset, you're like, I just really don't want to do this, or man, I'm hungry, or I don't have enough sleep. You know, what kind of energy do you bring to the table, right? And also, you know, when you sleep enough, when you have enough food, you know, when you just feeling like everything is so amazing, you know, what kind of energy state are you in?
Yes.
You know, so comment below, let us know. You know, we would love to, you know, chit chat with you and hang out with you.
Yeah. So, so the number one tip. So we're gonna share with you 2 tips today, and the first tip we're gonna share with you is make a shift. Right? Make a shift. That energy is the most important thing in your life, because if you make a shift that it is the most important thing, then you are in control of your energy, your state of your energy, right? Because then you understand that if your energy is high, you're gonna have fun, you know, you're gonna have great feelings. Great feelings will stimulate great emotions, and then you're going to do life differently. You're going to live life a lot different than you are with low energy, which ultimately has negative effects on your feelings, and that your negative feelings will have a negative effect on your emotions, how you display yourself outward to the world and to the things that you love the most. So, you know, this shift is very important to wake up to say, you know what, I control, right? And since it's so important, I control my energy. My energy does not control me, right? That's how you get a handle on all your emotions and all your feelings, instead of having your feelings and your emotions handle you, is to understand that energy is so important and that I control it, right? Nobody else.
Yes, absolutely. You know, I don't know whether you get involved in like personal development, you know, or even in sales, you know, and again, initially I just think, oh, you know, we need to make sure that the people, you know, people is in a good mood, right? But the key is it's actually energy. You know, after we are hanging out with, you know, Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson, you know, Brandon Bouchard, you know, Dean Graziosi. If you notice, you know, everybody was doing what they're doing is they want to make sure that you have good state before you do anything. That's a number one thing. You know, so what does that mean? Whenever you are in a good mood, then you make the decision. Whenever you're in bad mood, don't make any decision, because most likely you're going to be making the wrong decision. You know, when you're looking commercial, why the commercial usually is like, you know, make you, you know, feeling so good before they post you, you know, the product that they wanted to sell. Because when you're in a good mood, the chances is you're gonna buy more. When they give you make you upset, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna do anything. You're gonna most likely, you know, turn off the TV, or, you know, shut off your cell phone, right? So again, it's very, very important. And I never really noticed about this until, you know, Tony Robbins showed us this video about what is his name? Kobe Bryant, you know, and the shoes. You know, he talk about peak state product, peak state product, peak state product. So that means it's happiness product, and then you're like, oh man, you know. So now you're associating this brand with this amazing feeling. So what would you do if you want a good feeling? Buy that shoes. I was like, wow, you know, this is so simple, but yet it's like it's so deep into the core. So again, you know, what is the energy state that you have? Yeah.
So, you know, if you look about it, somebody with low energy, how do they sit? How do they walk? How do they how are they using the body, right? Their physiology. They're down. If they have low energy, they're down. They're slumped down most of the time, right? They look like they're depressed. And then those that have high energy, what do they look? They walk around Superman or Wonder Woman, right? They're ready to rip stuff open, their shirt open. They walk around, their shoulders are back, their chest is up, right? And they have high energy. And, you know, think about it. We are in a room, right? And if we ask, you know, this morning, for example, you this morning, if we were with you, we would ask you, how was your energy level from a scale of 1 to 10? Right? And you would say something like, well, this morning I was like maybe you're more like a 5 this morning, right? Or a 6, right? And then we'll say, okay, who's at a 7? Let's say we ask you, who's at a 7? Some be like, who's at an 8? And then the 8's like, yeah, you know, a little bit more 9, 10s, and then the 9s and 10s, the 8, 9s and 10s are like, not only are they telling you, raising their hand to share with you that they're an 8, 9, or 10, they actually display with an outward sound. So, but we didn't tell them to change the sound, right? We didn't tell them that. They're just naturally excited because their energy is high. So when they say, yeah, I'm an 8 or 9, yeah, you know, they're in the room like, yeah. We say, who's an 8? Yeah. Who's a 9? Yeah. Who's a 10? Yeah. So all these people who are 8, 9, 10s, and anybody who's below that, they just say, you know, they just raise their hand, or, you know, and they're being honest. We ask them to be honest. And here's the thing, right? So if you think about it, if you were a 6 or a 7 or a 5 this morning and you didn't make sounds like the 8s, 9s, and 10s, right? Ask yourself this. Would you date a 5 or 6 or 7? right? Somebody who has that low energy? Of course not. So you're like, oh gosh, I just told them that I'm a 5 or 6 or 7. Then when I ask you, would you date? Would you fall in love with a 5 or 6 or 7? And you're like, no way. Well, then if you wouldn't date a 5 or 6 or 7, then why would you be a 5 or 6 or 7? Right? Yes. So that's why we wanted to make sure that you understand that making a shift, that energy is the most important thing in your life, is so vital, because then you determine, I'm not going to be a 5 or 6 or 7. I'm an 8, a 9, a 10. Right? So this way I can handle life differently. I can handle my feelings, my emotions differently. And that's really why it's so important to make that shift. Okay?
Yes. And again, when you're facing your wife or your beautiful husband there, make sure that your energy is at least an 8. And don't tell them that, because I'm just not feeling good. Okay, 1 or 2 days, that's okay. But don't do that every single day, because when you do that, that's when, the excitement go off. That's when fights happen. Again, treat them well.
Create your environment.
You wanted to continue marketing to your husband.
Yes.
They do also deserve the peak state, because again, would you want a 5 or a 6 husband? I always tell him, hey, you're draining my energy. I'm walking away from you right now.
Yeah, exactly. So we are in full control. So make a shift that it's so important. Energy is so important. Once you make it important, you will determine that, man, if it's important in my life to have high energy, and that low energy affects me and my relationship and my business and my decisions and life, then you will make a shift automatically to be an 8, 9, or 10.
Yep,
Does that
absolutely.
make sense? So tip number 2 is measure your energy daily, right? Mm-hmm. Measure yourself daily. Look at that. We walk around and say, how were we today, right? How was our energy today?
Yes.
Doesn't matter what's happening around our lives, our business, whatever. What was our dial? Right? What was our volume when it comes to energy? Is it low? Was it a 5 or 6 or 7? Or was it an 8, 9, or 10? We love to stay 9s and 10s, quite honestly. Not just, not just like exaggerated like happiness and energy, but literally to walk around, to coast through life, to make decisions, to be with each other, to have fun with our children, our family, to do things at a 9 or 10 all the time, because again, you get one shot at life. You get you have life, so why have, like I always say, why have an ordinary life when you can create an extraordinary one? Why not wake up every day to understand that you can live life at the next level continuously, to have high energy, to be happy, to be in a peak state, to be in a beautiful state, and that all is driven by energy. So we measure our energy every single day to make sure that one, it's very important that we stay at a high peak state, and we measure it. We really look at it.
Yes, and please allow me to be honest with you. If your life right now is not where it's supposed to be, if your business is not where it's supposed to be, if your relationship is not the way it's supposed to be, or if your relationship with your children is not the way it's supposed to be, ask yourself that question. Are you in a positive energy? Are you in a high energy state? Are you in your peak state? Are you maintaining your attitude? Because again, the reason why you are where you are, it's totally on you.
You deal with it.
It's all because of the energy that you put out. If the energy is positive, regardless of what you're going through, you will be able to get back up.
Yes.
So again, if you need to have high energy, what I do too is sometimes I have low energy state, or sometimes the fear sets in. I'm just scared. I just do my Superman post. I just do my Superman pose, make sure that, your chest is back.
Post.
Yeah, okay. Wonder Woman post. And the men out there, Superman pose, right? So, just stand there for at least 20 seconds, 30 seconds before you went into a presentation, before you talk to your husband, before you do anything. I don't know. For me, it just naturally really helped me to increase my, my feeling, my emotion, and it will turn on some upbeat music to get my energy back. That's what I do. What do you do? Comment down below. Let us know, what do you do to make sure that you are in a happy mode, you're in a relaxed mode. What do you do to bounce back and make sure that you have, an 8, 9, or 10 energy every single day?
Yeah, the reason why you want to measure it, because if you want to stay at 9, 10, you want to measure it to make sure you stay at a 9 or 10, right?
Yes.
Why is that so important? Because you deal with things differently at a high energy versus low energy.
Yep.
You deal with your family differently, you deal with your children differently, your business, your intimate relationship differently. And when my wife talked about, doing the Wonder Woman or the Superman pose, studies have been done where if you stand there in that pose for 2 minutes or more, it totally shifts the chemicals in your body, right? Increases testosterone, decreases cortisol levels. I mean, this is proven. It's studies that have been done. That's why it's so important to really know that if you measure it, then you control it. It's kind of like a thermostat versus a thermometer, right? Are you measuring the temperature of the room? Which is ultimately what I'm saying is, are you measuring the temperature of your life? Your life, your intimate relationship, your business. Are you just measuring it? Are you just taking the temperature? Or are you a thermostat, right? If you understand that it is the most important thing in your life, energy, and that you measure it, then you become a thermostat where you set the temperature. You don't just measure the temperature of the room. You set it. You walk into this room, you set it. You say, this room is not a 9 or a 10. It's a 5. I change it. I turn up the dial. I turn up the heat. I crank it up, right? So that I basically am in control of that, right? I don't just measure, right? Because if you measure, then it is what it is. If you don't control the temperature, it is what it is. Does that make sense? And that's what is your control, your energy of life? What level are you playing at? Are you a 9 or a 10? Because when you make a decision, if you are a 5 or 6, then you're going to handle things differently. Okay?
Yes, again, life is short. You choose. Choose to be happy. Choose to be sad. It is your life. We can't choose it for you, but we would love to influence you so that you can live a better life.
Yeah, so this is how you handle, again, the series is, the topic is feelings, handle them or before they handle you. And the topic today is energy really creates, feelings creates, drives emotions, and really feelings, energy is life, right? That's your life. And the 2 tips that we gave you is, again, make a shift. Make a shift right now if you're not. That energy is the most important thing in your life and that you need to be in control. And how do you be in control is the second tip. Make sure that you measure energy daily. Okay? You are the thermostat, not the thermometer. Okay? Enjoy the rest of the day, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button. Comment below. Again, let us know where you're from. Comment the takeaway. Comment something that will add value to us as well as other people who are here listening.
And don't forget, share with 2 other people if you notice that their energy stays kind of low or if they're getting into some challenges in their business, life, or career. Make sure that you share this with them because we'll love to teach them and show them why energy is so important. So just 2 of them, okay? Do it right now.
Just 2. Yes, just 2. That's enough. Impact 2 people. So we love you very much. Thank you for listening. We'll see you on the next series. If you like this show, subscribe now.
Remember, mastery starts here.
See you on the next show.